I'll say this. This is a sweet thing about Brad. He
My friend.
Mr.
lives up to the hype.
Oh.
He looks into your eyes, and you go, I love this guy.
Oh.
Where did he sit? Where did he sit when you were?
So you guys are in a relationship.
I'm in love with Brad Pitt. I'm in love with Brad Pitt. I stayed for 10 minutes, then I had to go out and sign stuff. And
you had to cut it short with Brad Pitt?
I had to cut it short, and then Jen stayed. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm still signing stuff. I say to my stage manager, like, can you grab Jen? Stage manager goes back, interrupts Brad and Jen talking.
Oh my God.
Jen comes back and goes, you just interrupted the greatest conversation of my life with Brad Pitt.
Oh my God.
So both I broke off of Brad Pitt and Jen broke off.
You
of
ghosted
Brad
him.
Pitt. Yeah, we both broke up with Brad Pitt.
She holds up. She
Yeah,
really
she
does.
You told me one of the funniest stories ever on the
Mike.
phone, and it was like about your sister. And then you told me the story, and then I go, "You're gonna tell that on stage, right?" And you're like, "She will not let me tell that story." And
Oh,
I go,
yeah.
"You need to offer her $20,000."
And I did.
She literally did.
Mike, it went up to I think it went up to 25.
That's actually the most I've ever heard offered for a story
Yep.
for a bit.
And
she has
wouldn't
good
take
teeth.
it.
She doesn't need it.
She doesn't need
She has
it.
great teeth.
I mean, she's a teacher, so
She's a
I thought
school teacher.
I thought I could offer
Yeah.
a Starbucks gift card and a
yeah, and a cake.
and
Yeah,
an ornament
a
or whatever. You
card
know?
and-
Yeah.
yeah.
But she turned it down. She was like, Nikki, if I didn't care about you doing the joke, I would just not care. It's not. I can't be. I care. So no amount of money. And I'm like, no.
No,
So I think.
Every
what's
year.
your number?
Well,
what is your number?
I think
That's
when
what
she
you have to
quits
say.
teaching, when she retires from teaching, I'll be able to do that joke. So it's waiting for me.
She has kids, right?
Yeah, she has one.
So
she
start
has
to
two
like
kids.
dangle shit about the kids. Be like, how much is tuition for blah blah blah?
Yeah.
Or how about you kill a
Yeah.
kid? Maybe you go the
No.
other way. No,
Andrew.
that's
Andrew,
bad.
please.
Oh, sorry.
This is a
Sorry.
satellite radio show. This
How
goes
does
out to
that-
But
millions of
I'm saying
people.
the money doesn't work. You got to start getting.
You can't all say you're gonna kill somebody on radio.
You
On the radio.
Kill the youngest.
A child.
The middle.
Andrew, please. Andrew is
Okay,
a new
just-
addition since
just
I was
strangle.
here last, and this is out of control.
I mean, it's too much.
Just strangle him for a while. How about not
Andrew,
a kill?
please.
Not a
Andrew.
kill.
Andrew, I don't know you that well, but please.
Look,
Andrew's
just try
so funny.
it.
I
Just
only
try
know
it.
him from Instagram
right.
because his clips on here make me laugh so hard.
Oh, thank
It
you,
means
man.
That's
so
why I
much to
feel
him.
like I can be chummy
Oh,
with
please
him, even
do.
though we
Please
haven't
do.
hung out.
He loves you so much.
Yeah,
You're
I
a
do.
big
I saw
inspiration
your
to him.
special at Cherry Theater. It was-
Cherry Lane
Yeah,
Theater,
Cherry
yeah.
Lane. Yeah, it was so good.
Nice.
Yeah.
These ladies saw it together.
Yeah, we saw
and
the
we had a
new
good
one.
hang backstage.
Oh my God.
I didn't get
wept.
invited backstage. It was weird. I asked. Yeah, I
No,
asked
it's
your
not
people.
Weird. It's not
yeah.
weird. I mean, they were like very high profile.
Oh, is that what it
comedians
is?
and
Yeah.
musicians.
Yeah.
And what do you do? Are you
I'll
like,
kill your kid. I'll kill your
Oh,
kid.
God.
I'll kill your
Andrew,
kid.
this is
What? What? I'll
radio.
kill his kid. I swear. I gotta
You
get
swear?
backstage.
Andrew,
I swear.
This is satellite radio that goes
my
to millions
God.
of people.
Well,
It's broadcast right now, right, Nikki?
Right now.
First
this
of
is
all,
live.
no one.
I
If your
can't
kid
believe
gets, they won't go to me. They will think this is too obvious.
Speaking of your child, Mike Birbiglia
They'll
is
think
here.
this is too obvious.
I know that.
Is his alibi. You think that's going to hold up in court?
Hey, look.
Judge Judy, it would be too
Exhibit A.
obvious.
He admitted it earlier.
If you haven't seen either the new one, which is the Netflix special, I mean,
Yep.
what do you call it?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
a special.
It's
Yeah.
a special. Mike's newest special, the new one on Netflix. It's so good. I saw it live in person, and I watched half of it this morning.
Aw.
Dude, it's so I love it so much, and there was
Thanks.
so much I didn't remember, and I was laughing so hard on the train, which I just don't normally do. This thing is jam-packed with jokes. There isn't a line that goes by that doesn't have a punchline. You're so charismatic, it's so earnest, it's so funny, it's a great special to watch if you don't have kids or if you do. It's like good for everyone. It made me feel things I didn't know I was gonna feel. I just recommend it so much.
It's a little bit like a Magic Eye poster. You
Yeah?
just see what you see.
Yes.
I guess. Is that what Magic Eye poster
No,
is?
you really
that's not.
stuck with that for a while.
I don't know. It's a Rorschach test. I
Yes,
don't know.
that's
It really is. Like people are like, I don't want kids. They're like, yeah, that confirms it. If I do
Yeah.
want kids. Yeah, that
It
confirms
depends
Yes.
how much you watch.
because it is both.
Because
yeah,
eventually
it's
you
not just
turn.
both.
Yeah, eventually it turns. But the first half, if you don't want kids.
Andrew, did you watch the whole thing?
No, I left about a half in. Yeah, I had to get something.
Wait,
No,
did
you
you
didn't.
come?
No,
you
of
came
course
up
I
Cherry
watched
Lane.
it. It was
Cherry
unbelievable.
Lane.
Yeah, I watched at Cherry Lane. I watched it in the way back. I went by myself.
You should have come backstage.
Oh,
I was joking earlier when I was saying that you're not like the caliber of actor who could come backstage
No,
afterwards.
you weren't.
No, you
I was
weren't.
joking.
Yeah.
I have
Feels-
22,000 followers
No, it's
now.
for the
Mike.
satellite radio.
22?
Yeah, well, 23.4 now. It went down. I
Wow,
lost 300
you
followers.
know the decimal?
Yeah, I'm a mathematician.
Is that real,
Oh, you're a
Noah?
mathematician?
Noah, is that real? Will you actually check?
It was 23.5, and then I put up a picture of me
Oh my
with my
God.
pants down peeing, and it went down to 23.4, but I'm thinking it'll go back up.
Andrew.
God, you're 39.
Andrew,
I'm
what
not
do you
young.
Do what are you doing?
I
You're-
don't
you're
know.
39.7. Okay.
Yes.
You're
Stop.
39.7.
23.4.
How do you
There.
know
His
that?
Instagram.
Why do you know that,
Wow.
Andrew?
Like I said, I'm a mathematician. I was very good at
No.
chess as a kid.
That has nothing to do
You
with
should
it.
have
You're
pursued that,
constantly
Andrew.
I
because
tried, Mike.
I'm gonna be honest with
My
you.
family couldn't
you didn't
afford
come
all the-
backstage at a 150 seat show. So
They actually offered me to go front
Oh, they
row,
did?
and I was like, I'm good.
Oh.
I like you from
Well,
afar.
Andrew
No,
has
but
theater anxiety.
yeah, I get theater
We went to go
anxiety.
see Evan. What is it?
Dear Evan Hansen.
Dear Evan
yeah,
Hansen.
and us three went to go together. You're so mad at me about that.
Oh, because you didn't invite her?
No, we all
we
three
all
went.
went to see it.
Andrew had a panic attack in the middle, which I didn't quite realize until Nikki leaned over and was like, we gotta go. Andrew's freaking out. So we leave the theater.
Wasn't as
It's-
good as your
it's
show.
Intermission. And then she's like, let's just go. He's having a full-blown panic attack. And I was like, really? And she goes, also, I'm not that into it, so let's leave. And I
I
was
just
like,
saw
really?
where it was going. I get
yeah.
it. Like sometimes you're just like, I know what's gonna happen, and like, do you ever like watching a movie and then you go, like it's a romantic comedy and they're in love and you go, God, they gotta fucking break up and get back together again.
Right,
Like you just
right.
know the way movies go, so you're like, there's a lot to sit through. So I just kind of was like, let's just go. You know what? We paid to know that we don't want to go to this.
Yeah.
Also, it was
I've
my
had that with
birthday.
shows.
It was your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Or if you've
Okay.
ever,
Wait, are you mad that you left still?
Well, it was my birthday
so
Here's what
present.
she
so
gets mad
there's a
about.
left turn here. Here comes the
Well, I
left.
guess if it's her birthday, she should be the one to decide that you should leave, right?
I think it
I
was
feel
my
like
birthday
we all
gift
decided.
or something.
So yeah.
Definitely not. I
No?
definitely got you more than that.
No,
Definitely.
it was a big thing. It was
Okay.
like, I got you tickets to Evan Hansen, and we went to dinner before, and then we got there. Also, it was very stressful getting there because Andrew had gotten the tickets somehow at
I
a
had to
different
run
will
a
call.
few blocks. So I was
And-
sweaty. I drank a coffee, and I was sitting in I don't like sitting in the middle. I need
Yeah.
an aisle.
Yeah.
Needs
So
an
it
aisle
was-
to be able to.
And this
Wow.
is before I
It
started
was a lot
Zoloft.
of
So there was
effort.
yeah.
Oh my God.
But it was a lot of
Andrew,
effort
I
to-
worry for you.
to
Yeah,
get to
it
this
added
show.
up, Mike. It added
This
up.
got him on
He's like
Zoloft.
Yes.
Andrew's like a rescue.
He
yeah,
is.
a fun one, but
A really
Yeah.
cuddly,
I'm
cute
fostering
one.
you
Yeah.
until I find a better home for you. Again, Whitney Cummings, if you need an opener.
Or Mike, are you testing new material, Mike, on the road?
I am. Oh, you need to have an opener.
Mike looks busy all of a sudden.
I took out my joke notebook.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
really?
Yeah, this is a joke I wrote the other day.
Okay, let's go through it.
Please.
Then I
Oh,
had a
but
dream-
Nikki went
Wait,
back
can we
into
just
Evan.
finish this story
Oh,
real
yeah, of
quick?
course.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
great.
but I do want to hear your joke so bad. I really do. I'm more so than finishing this stupid story. But you're mad at me. Your eye
the Dear
roll
Evan
just now.
Hansen story.
I can't deal with the eye roll.
I'm not really mad.
You
but
are.
She's mad
You're
for
a little
radio. She's
irritated.
mad for radio.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
satellite.
She's
Yeah.
mad for the satellites.
Yeah, just like you
It's
were
like-
mad at me for
I was
killing
mad
a
at
kid.
Andrew.
I
for
forgot
the
all
pretend-
about it,
yeah.
but when it comes up, it really,
Threatening
really
to kill a child.
infuriates me. No, but there was all this effort put into getting there, so we finally get there. Then we leave after the panic attack, and then during intermission, Nikki sells us on actually leaving, and she's like, "Let's just go. Who cares? We paid the money. We got here. It's
Well,
not great."
Here's what's tricky about Nikki is that and you could use that somewhere.
That's pretty good.
Here's what's tricky about Nikki. 5 or 10 years ago, she might not have pulled that move. She's at this. She's at this
Yes.
tipping point.
She's at this
level of confidence and fame where she's like, you know what? Fuck this. We're leaving the Broadway show.
Yes, and we're just.
Is that
she's-
true?
It's true. Well, you know what? It's not about fame, Mike. It's about I don't like
Power.
to waste my
I don't
time.
like that, Mike.
You said Andrew many times, though.
Mike.
The condescending name.
Michael. It's not about that. You know
All
what
right,
it's about?
Look, Nikki.
Michael, I don't waste my time anymore.
Nikki.
If I'm not enjoying something, I will leave.
Tricky Nikki, this is my worry. This is my worry about your ascent. Because you're having a moment right now. We all know it.
Oh,
We're all witnessing it. But
Yeah.
I think the worry is with Nikki is that she loses the Midwestern charm and the trustworthiness that we were referencing in the earlier advertisement, and then it becomes like, whoa, Tricky Nikki, like who knows? She might go to a play with you and then leave halfway through.
Yep.
Like
I
that is it.
What is your accent? You just said trustworthiness.
No, that was me going into oh hello voice. Like, it was like Nick and John saying.
Cocaine.
I didn't mean to. I just did.
I love it.
I
Do you
just
want
have
me
to
to
say,
finish this?
Anya.
Is
Yeah.
this a concern though?
No.
No.
With Nikki? Do you worry about that, Anya? 'Cause
No,
you're best
she's the
friends.
Pied Piper of Hamelin, and I am but one of the children that follows her into the river.
very
Is that a
nice.
relatable fairy tale?
Yeah, I
Wait a
think
second.
so.
What does that mean?
The Pied Piper of Hamelin.
I think I'm becoming a better, more trustworthy as I age.
Yeah.
I would say that you've always had a charisma and a magnetic quality that could convince anybody to do anything,
True.
almost anybody. And so,
Did you not have autonomy in your decision
I
to leave?
absolutely did.
Okay.
I absolutely did.
Okay.
But I felt I'm irritated at myself for falling for it because
Falling for it.
Yes.
See, that also means that I was being duplicitous in my
No.
convincing
No, it
you
doesn't.
to leave.
It
This
makes-
turned
Here's the key
into
thing-
this turned into a courtroom.
Well, here's the
by
key
the way,
thing
it's so
about-
many big words.
Here's the key thing about Nikki's decision. I want to get to the
Tricky
bottom of it.
Nikki.
Is who taught you could leave in the halfway through the play? And like your parents?
Myself.
Well, she was
I
doing
You
it.
just
don't-
arrived at it.
I don't stay for movies I don't like. I will leave anything because I don't like to waste my time, and I feel insulted when it's like something that's bad that I have to sit and like. I don't do anything to be nice
it
anymore.
won
I
like
just
9 Tonys.
Yeah, but it was the understudy. It was the understudy. It was not the main guy
Yeah.
who
And-
we came
Oh,
to see.
really?
And
Yeah.
I just got it. I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
But
Also, she was being
Then
nice for
guess
me.
what
She was
happened?
being nice to me.
I know. So we all leave, and we're on the street, and Nikki goes, "I'm gonna take the C train," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna take the 1," and Andrew and I go to the 1, I guess, and then we leave, and then I text Nikki like 15 minutes later, something like, "You want to meet up at Starbucks, or you want to do this or that?" And no response, and then I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna head home." And like about an hour later, Andrew and I get a photo of Nikki in an empty theater where Dear Evan Hansen had taken
Yeah.
place in the seats,
Stretched out over the
stretched
3
out over the seats, and a beautiful photo of Nikki, like, hi, from
Oh my
the empty
gosh.
theater. She had gone back and watched the
Because
show.
when I had planned to not
Yeah.
go
Like
back,
a
You went back?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
had planned to not
She went
return.
back and laid
What?
down on all 3 seats.
Wait, this is like a 9-part Netflix series. This is the staircase, except with
This
Nikki
is one
and
that I
Dear
wouldn't
Evan
finish
Hansen.
watching too.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the
yeah.
way, I wouldn't even get to this part.
Wait, you went back.
I went
and
back because this is why I went back, Mike. It was
Alone?
Because both of us smell, and she didn't want to sit by
Well,
us.
I had a panic attack.
Here's the thing. Andrew had a panic attack. I
Yeah.
wanted to not go back in because it was just bad memories of being next to him, hearing him cough and move in his seat. I couldn't enjoy the first half.
understandable.
Then I convinced both of them to go because I was really not going to go back in. I swear to you guys
Yeah.
that I
But
did
you
not.
went back.
But then when I was walking to the C train, I had to walk back by the theater again. And when I walked by the theater, I go, you know what? I'll give it a whirl. And so I went back
I'll
in.
give it a whirl.
But
she
the only
changes her
reason-
mind so quickly.
But
on Anya's birthday,
I know.
you'll give it a whirl.
what was I supposed to do?
Thanks,
Whoa.
Mike.
Because the
Thank
thing
you,
is,
Michael.
You'll call it. You'll give it a selfish whirl, is what you'll do.
Yeah.
Tricky Nikki.
Tricky
Can you at least
Nikki.
acknowledge
icky
that there's a
Nikki.
little bit
No.
of weirdness
No,
about it?
tricky.
No, I won't.
She won't.
I won't acknowledge that at all
Like,
because
you
I don't
could
think
have
it was
said,
weird.
you
I
could have
changed my mind.
texted.
You had your ticket. You could have changed your
I know,
mind and
but
go back.
just a text to be like, I changed my mind. Is this wild? Do you want to come back?
But you were with Andrew, and I knew Andrew would feel
That's-
like. No, I knew
I
he
get
would.
this.
He would feel like I should have to go back too. I don't want to be the only party pooper, so I just didn't want to pressure anyone to do anything that they
But
didn't
it was
want to
my
do.
birthday.
And you were like, you were over it too. So I didn't want to. If I went back,
That was a
I
really
knew
good
you
British
guys would
accent.
feel that you would have to go back, and I didn't want to make you feel that way.
I don't-
That is why I didn't tell you.
So you saw like the final quarter?
I saw the last. I saw all of it.
She
Ridiculous.
just left during intermission.
Ridiculous. You
Yeah.
shook the birthday girl and you went back to the play.
Let's get to jokes. Mike
No,
Birbiglia.
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, because
Yeah.
I have a Dear Evan Hansen story too.
No way.
Mine is on the closing night of the Broadway run of the new one. one of the stars of Dear Evan Hansen shows up, and he's backstage, and Jen, my wife, is with me, and worked on the show with me and everything, and it's an emotional thing, and there's a bunch of people back there, and it was really sweet. And then she goes, Jen goes, and I'm sure you guys have had some stuff like this before. She goes, so Mike has never seen Dear Evan Hansen. I was just like, I think that goes against the thing that I said before.
Oh.
You know, where you get stuck in a thing where you're like, I don't know if I said I had gone to it.
Sure.
But I had not corrected anyone when we all assumed everyone in the room had seen Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah.
And to this day, I have not seen it.
Oh.
And then Jen and I walked away, and I was just like, so about the Dear Evan Hansen thing, so maybe just like, if someone's from a play, like, don't say I didn't see it. Just don't volunteer that.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to know that out of 4 of us who have all claimed to see Evan Hansen, it's only been seen a full 2 times.
Yeah, that's right.
Me once and you each a half. And then
Oh.
you
Yeah,
not
yeah.
2 for 4. 2 out of 4.
Yeah,
2
2 for
fours.
4.
To
2
be-
fours.
To be
Not one half.
One-
Half of the room.
to be clear, I don't regret not seeing it.
Yeah, I hear ya.
No, you shouldn't.
No.
And to be clear, I never had a panic attack. I just wanted to leave. It was a Kaiser Soche thing. I was fake limping.
It was a
Kaiser
what?
Chose?
Yeah, Soche. From the famous movie. You know what I mean? Like, I was faking a limp because I didn't want to see the second.
Usual suspects.
Yeah, it's from Skokie, Illinois.
He's
It was
a
on the
great
back
dancer.
of the cup.
That's
You know
all
what?
that counts.
Your story just reminded me of another time. If we're going to talk about times we felt betrayed by friends, Anya
Yeah.
Marina, one time.
Oh, this
and
is
she-
getting good.
She knows this one, and she knows she. Well, was it you? Yeah, it was you. Was it you who betrayed my trust in that moment? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you.
boy.
I'm sure I am.
No. This was bad. Okay, so we were getting lunch,
Oh.
and there was this guy
Yaga Marina.
that like.
Baba Yaga? Is that a Baba Yaga?
Psych Mike? No,
Yaga.
nothing?
Honest
okay,
Yaga,
Psych
honest
Mike.
Yaga.
It reminds me of the thing that
It's
you
hard,
had with
you
your
one
wife,
syllable.
which is like you
Oh,
look
yeah.
at them like, why would you
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah.
So there was this guy that I had been like that had been hitting me up on Instagram, wanting to take me out, and I've just been like pushing it, ignoring him, almost ghosting him, and he was just over the top. And I was like, oh God, I don't ever. He's a comedian, but I hadn't met him yet, and he was visiting town. I'm like, ugh. I mentioned to Anya at lunch. I go. Oh, this guy's on the same show as me. I'm going to see this guy tonight. It's just like a whole thing. He keeps messaging me. Like, I've ignored him. It's going to be awkward. I hope I don't run into him. We leave. She's like maybe not listening to my full thing. Like, we're just, one of those conversations where you're half listening. We leave. And we're walking down the
I love
street.
that that's accepted.
It's totally
And we're
acceptable.
just moving on from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I'll-
sort of not listening. You know, like how you're not listening to your friend.
I nodded because I am guilty of that.
Yeah, I do that
Okay.
all the time.
Yeah, we all have that relationship.
I'm a
What?
strong listener anyway. Keep going.
So,
Yeah.
It's one of my strongest skills.
Yeah,
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, go.
so then we run. We're
la, la,
walking
la.
down the street right after lunch. I'm not joking you. I went to go get my dog, and I'm like, Anya, will you walk Luigi with me? So we're walking down the street, and I see the guy from my DMs that I'm supposed to see that night.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've never met him before, but I see him like, approaching this way. And I look
So
the other
stressful.
way like, I'm going to pretend like I don't know what he looks like. We've never met. And he goes, Nikki. And I was like, oh my gosh, hi, whoa, this is so weird. And I go, Anya, this is so-and-so, Anya. And she goes, oh my God, Nikki was just talking about you and how she was going to see you tonight.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
this is a guy, I'm like,
I had
don't want.
filtered out I
Oh my
literally
God.
don't recall her ever saying, ugh, I'm dreading it. I thought it was like, oh, he's been texting me. I really, legit, Nick, I still to this
No, I
day
know
don't
you didn't,
remember
but
you
it was one of
saying-
those moments of like,
So you were gonna bail. You were just gonna ghost him.
well, I'd already I was gonna avoid this guy, and then Anya's made it sound like I was like at lunch, like I'm gonna see him
No,
tonight. And I'm
that's not how I
that.
said it.
That's how he took it because he
I
was
said,
like,
we
you
were
were
just talking
about
you
me.
that we were going to see you tonight.
Oh, devastating. And then I fell in love with that guy, and then he ghosted me eventually.
What?
So, yeah.
That's the
Whoa.
ending
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
story.
Yes.
That's the fucking good
Yeah.
part.
Well, I'm glad you stayed for it.
I don't think that's
I
a
wasn't
betrayal.
That is a lot.
It's a lot.
So you ended up dating that person, and that person ghosted you for real?
Not kind of. I've been ghosted a couple times.
Oh, okay.
Just slow fade. I would say what it is.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Slow
it's
fade
where
on
they,
text.
Yeah, where they just like stopped like responding to things.
Devastating.
Yeah, and
It's
you send them a
devastating.
selfie where you look really pretty, and they just write "going to bed."
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's devastating.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
hurt. It hurt.
Yeah, there's a
Wow.
lot of those, and just a few peppered in through Nikki's past 2 years of men who really come at her hard and want to FaceTime all the time and like get really close and intimate, and then bizarrely, without any explanation, sort of disappear or want to start a podcast with her or take it to a professional level somehow.
Yeah, I don't trust men at all anymore. Like my trust has been broken so severely. It used to be just like, don't sleep with a guy because I've been hurt that way. Now I can't even kiss a guy because I have an expectation that they're gonna like at least be a little bit nice to me after we make out, and they just act like I don't exist after that, or they act like we never even kissed. It's just like, it makes me feel crazy. It makes me feel out of control, and I literally can't trust anyone anymore. It sucks.
What do
and
you
that's when
think happens at that point,
Yeah.
at the inflection point that you're talking
they sense that I want something real and they don't, and it scares them.
about?
Or they just don't like me that way. Like something is revealed about me. Maybe I have bad breath.
No,
Maybe
you
that's
don't.
I
it.
don't think that's
You do
it,
not have bad
though.
breath.
You
You
know,
brush
Maybe
for
you're
2
taller
minutes
in
straight.
person.
I do. No, I don't have bad breath. But what?
I don't know. I said
Are
maybe
you
you're
like
taller
a-
in person.
Yeah, or are you
Or
like are you like a trophy person? Like they go back to their friends, the guy made out with Nikki.
Yeah.
No, they keep it secret. They don't
Really?
tell anyone.
Really?
And I'm like, let's talk about it.
But they seem
Let's
to
tell
all
everyone.
have
Let's
like
talk about
similar
it.
characteristics. These guys.
Yeah.
They're all
They're all-
narcissists.
They're all like famous, brilliant, charismatic
about brilliant.
performers. Okay, maybe not.
Oh.
I feel like they're all pretty brilliant in their own way.
Yeah.
What did you call them?
Not brilliant.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. You know what?
Andrew.
I talk from the hips.
Everything you
I
say.
talk from the hips. Shakira.
Andrew, I have to say, like,
I'm
with,
brilliant?
with absolute precision.
Okay, Mike.
Everything you have said today has been incorrect.
Yeah.
With an accuracy that I can only assume that it's a bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit, right?
No, it's crazy.
It's a mixture, I would say. I'm part dumb, part not dumb.
I like the phrase
Yeah.
part dumb.
I'm part dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Florida, Mike. You know what
Oh,
happens.
you are? What
yeah.
part?
Port St. Lucie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Mike, I want
Yeah,
to talk about
you
the
do
new
deserve
one, which is now available on Netflix. The new one is Mike Birbiglia's newest special, and I can't recommend it enough. It's so touching. It's good for all ages. It's just something to watch with the person you love. It's something to watch alone. Like Anya, we just loved it so much.
loved
We
it.
both
I
cried.
cried through the whole thing.
It's so
Aw.
good.
Yeah, I was just like, this is way more profound than I had ever thought. And I've seen so many Broadway shows in the last couple of years, and it's my favorite. It's my number
Oh
one
my
favorite.
God.
Yeah,
Sweet.
it really is. Like nothing has brought me to tears like that. Like and made me feel so good, and and it's dynamic. There's so much. There are ups and downs, and it's all you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
all
so
you.
thank you for making it.
Thanks.
I don't really love going to Broadway shows, and it was a highlight. It was so fun.
Aw.
I would go see it multiple times.
And it translates great on Netflix. Whoever directed
Well,
it.
Seth Barris directed it, and Jeffrey Richmond edited, who did like Don't Think Twice, for example, and
Seen it.
he did Escape
I
at
loved it.
Yeah.
Dannemora, Ben Stiller's series last year. He's like a wonderful. He did The Cove. You probably saw that
Oh,
years
whoa.
ago. Yeah, the documentary
Yeah.
that won the Oscars. Like,
Oh, with the whale? Thing?
No, with the
Or
dolphins.
dolphins.
Yeah.
I never
same
saw it,
things.
but I heard about
Same
it.
thing.
But
I don't need dolphin anymore because of it.
yeah.
It got me off dolphin.
oh, that's what got you off Dolphin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had heard that
Got
you
me
were
on
big
it.
on Dolphin.
I was. It
I
was
heard
a
you-
huge part of
It's
my
the only
diet.
thing she ate.
I heard you were doing dolphin salad for lunch, dolphin salad for dinner every day.
A dolphin
Yeah.
niçoise is delicious.
Yeah.
You know what the
Is that
worst
an
part is?
I was
Moron.
pescatarian, but only no other fish, just dolphin.
And you would raise them as a mother, which was weird.
You were.
Like she would treat them
yeah,
as
oh,
kids.
she would train
yeah.
them,
train
them as
them,
children,
feed
then murder
them.
them.
Yeah.
And then she would
Yeah.
murder them in sort of romantic ways. Like
Yeah.
it'd be like a
Humane.
special night with the dolphin baby, and then she'd take the knife out and slit their throat, right?
And go
then
salad time.
Salad,
And
time
then
for
throw out
salad.
salad.
It's time for mommy's salad with no one else around.
No one. Because who would be around that?
Well, yeah, at the same time that you're being ghosted
Yeah.
by a guy who's an entertaining person, but
Right.
maybe not a good life partner.
Not
Not a
brilliant.
good life partner.
Not brilliant. I swear.
Half dumb.
Not dumb.
Mike,
We're
when I
having
went
fun,
backstage,
Nikki. We're having fun. Just let me and Andrew do our thing. I mean, this is.
I can't stop it.
It's my favorite thing I've ever done.
I know. He's so excited to be on this show with you. He loves you so much.
We can take this film. We'll put it on your reel.
Can you offer me a part?
No, but yeah,
Just
I went,
offer
I
it.
went a little far.
you
I
have
went
to
a little
promise
far.
to not accept it.
I'm on the road with her. I
Oh,
can't
okay,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
I'll
if you
offer it to you. Okay, great. So let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's
So
do
I'm working
a,
on a
let's
new
do a run
film.
through.
Okay, what's the
I'm new,
log line?
It's this is a film called Long-Term Radio Commitment, and it's about 4 radio co-hosts
Okay.
who fall in love, but they can't decide who's most in love with who, so they decide they're just going to all live in an apartment together, and it's called Long-Term Radio Commitment. Nikki, do you want to be in this?
I actually can't. I don't think I can do it.
I totally get it. You have a huge
I
career
have a
right
long-term
now.
radio commitment
Yeah.
already.
Andrew, do you want to be in Long-Term Radio Commitment?
You know what? I think I could be in it.
And-
I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to be a movie star. I want to quit
This
stand-up.
interview is over.
Did I not play right? Did I want to be in it. I think I'm in
Andrew,
it. I'm thinking.
wait, it was supposed to be. You were supposed to offer it to you, and then you were supposed to.
Can we?
Hey guys, I'm
Take-
I'm
Okay,
back. Did you
Mike
have a talk with
Birbiglia is back
Andrew?
with us.
Can we
The
do
new
another-
one
did you
is
speak
now
with-
on Netflix.
Okay, I don't want to. I can't do it.
Oh, okay. And then Anya, would you like to be in Long-Term Radio
I
Commitment?
would love to be in it. I'm so flattered, but I have to go on tour with Nikki too. I'm opening.
Do you know that Anya's on tour
yes,
with me
I
as
saw that.
well?
It's
It's
awesome.
so
Bang it out.
exciting.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for considering the movie, you guys.
It sounded great, and
It's
I
a
think
long movie
I'll
title.
definitely-
I'm not
Catchy
trying to
title.
shit on
I
it,
see.
but it's a long title. I'm not shitting on it. The idea. I think it's a great idea.
I can't wait for it. I can't wait
I have
to,
an apartment that would be perfect for it.
to shoot
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
Or
'cause
for holding.
Yeah, for holding.
One of the problems with one of the characters is a little problematic, sort of in current times. One of the characters in Long-Term Radio Commitment, the
Yeah.
movie, is that he's sort of what I would describe as half dumb,
Special.
Oh.
Yeah.
and various terms for half dumb in current times are not very popular to use, and
Right.
people get offended
Yeah.
by it. And so I don't know if you guys have any ideas for how we could go with that character.
I think you hire someone that's half dumb, and then
Never explain
you're
it.
fine, because what happens is you hire someone
Right.
that's
No descriptors.
Yeah.
No descriptors.
If you hire someone that's full smart for half dumb, then people don't like that.
Yeah, and definitely I'm going to change his name. In the script right now, it's Half Dumb. His name is Half,
Half
Dumb.
Dumb.
That's his nickname.
Or we get a full dumb and we teach them some stuff.
That's
Half
hard. That's
dumb.
tougher than
Make 'em half.
it's tougher going forward than backward.
Okay.
You can always take
How would
away.
you know?
Because I'm 3/4 dumb.
Thank you so much for watching that clip that you just watched. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. If you did, thumbs up it. Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you just keep watching more videos? Let them play. Share with your friends. Go share on your Instagram story. Go just have a great day.